Professor Mazin Qumsiyeh is a Palestinian scientist and activist who recently gave a talk on our Evo Seminar Series YouTube channel about his efforts to use science to speak truth to power about the realities of life under Israeli occupation and the environmental effects associated with it. Qumsiyeh gives a very convincing argument that there is a massive environmental impact brought to Palestinian land and its native people over the last 70 years by the Israeli occupation. This form of colonialism is known as Zionism, an ideology and movement to establish and preserve a Jewish state on formerly Palestinian land. The environmental impacts of numerous Jewish-only settlements and large influxes of Israeli people to the occupied territories are similar to other environmental effects from population density and unmitigated residential and environmental land use seen around the world. And it exists in the context of the current environmental catastrophe of climate change. Qumsiyeh is able to make strong connections between colonization and economic devastation to Palestinians, Israeli industrial pollutants and its effects on Palestinians' health, and a decline in biodiversity in occupied territory. Some of the environmental devastation began early in the creation of the State of Israel, with the massive ecological disaster to drain the Hula wetlands in the north of the territory during the 1950s, leading to the extinction of 119 species. Then the following water diversion project to bring water to western parts of the country led to the draining of the Jordan Valley, before it was later taken by Israeli forces during the War of 1967. Currently, there are plans for another mega project to build a water pipeline from the Red Sea to the Dead Sea, which would include desalination and power plants along the way. The project is expected to be another ecological disaster and has been condoned by various Israeli, Palestinian, and Jordanian environmental groups. Some of the environmental impacts to Palestinian land that Qumsiyeh explains are supported by controlled case studies published by peer-reviewed and highly respected scientific journals, such as a study published earlier this year that shows the health impacts on Palestinians living near an electronic waste recycling site, and a study published last year of a 50-year-old owl nesting site in the community of Bethlehem that suggests a decline in biodiversity to the region based on evidence from the owl's diet. The Israeli occupation of Palestine is an example of how political movements can have great environmental costs along with social costs. Our ability to define and control our impact on our environments may prove to be a solution to the damage that has already been done. If you like this video and you want to see more, you can click right here to see the full talk from Professor Mazin Qumsiyeh, or you can click over here to subscribe to our Evo Seminar Series channel. Thank you.